Hello and happy 27th of November. It is the day before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And I am Katie Carney, and this is Katie Carney Stitching, and this is my Frosstube number 115. I am recording in the early evening. I'm on vacation this week from work. By vacation, I mean the entire thing is closed. I worked for about a half hour this morning, but otherwise I've been off since last Friday. It's loving it. I could definitely become a lady of leisure very easily. Highly recommend. Um, and because I have all this spare time, not spare time, I've been busy the whole time, but I have lots to show you because of that. And I had thought about filming on Saturday, but there was some stuff that I knew would go out before I filmed again, so I wanted to, it doesn't matter. Anyway, here I am. So first off, I hope that you're all well and that everybody is having a great lead up to Thanksgiving. I'm not cooking. I am actually, Fra and I are going to the casino. We're going to have lunch there, gamble for a little bit, come back, watch a movie. I'm going to stitch. Very much looking forward to it. And then Friday, my cousins are coming from New Jersey, my aunt and uncle, my cousins, my first cousins once removed, and we're going to go on the Santa train, and then I'm going to get takeout from the Mexican restaurant that I like for dinner for everyone, so looking forward to that. So anyway, a couple weeks ago, I was at Target, and they had all these, like, paint your own kits, and I decided that I was going to become a painter. Fast forward to now, Katie, you can't paint. You have absolutely no artistic talent. You can follow a pattern and put things in lines. That's it. So I got two because I was like, well, what's better than one? Two. So one is this little house for my friend Sarah for Christmas. So it came with everything. It was just wood and you painted it. You picked your colors. And then you added these balls and glued them on. And then, you glued the glitter on. There's glitter everywhere. Herpes of the craft world. So this one is for Sarah. And it's going to go back in the box until Christmas. She bought a house this year. So that's my thought, is that it's like the perfect Christmas gift because it's a house and it's the countdown to Christmas. And then mine's a little more plain. So I did not decorate my trees because I don't decorate the outside of my house. I did decorate my wreath, and mine's a little cattywampus. That's how it came. And then I changed the color of my numbers, and then behind my numbers, I painted hers blue. And why can't I get this out? I painted mine green inside. So I will say the stickers that this came with, they really don't stick very well. And I don't know what I'm going to do to fix that, but took, for the two of them, probably about 6 hours. It would have been a lot easier if I had bought some decent paintbrushes to go with them, but I didn't. But so that's two finishes for the week. And now that my computer has glitter all over it, let me show you some more finishes. Then I finished, I don't know if I finished, what order I finished things in. This is something that I've been working on. This is Strength and Dignity by Ann Turner. I love this. I actually want to send this pattern to Jenny. I need to pull up her address and do that. I used a 32 count linen that Steph had given me a larger piece from for our birthday start. And then I used a variety of Classic Colorworks instead of the called for. And I did 2/1. And I did add a DMC and a Dinky Dyes. The Dinky Dyes is Dusty Rose, which is my favorite color. And there she is. I should probably take the needle minder off. Hang on one second. Let's see if I can get some more light. Okay, I think that's better. So here it is. I love it. Love, 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 love it. So I changed the roof. I did the roof in the mauve color instead of a blue. Or a brown. The brown, you're supposed to use like the brown from here. And then the grass, I tried to do satin stitch for the grass, and I kind of like it. Can you see that? I thought it looks really, I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah. Obviously needs ironed. And I think I'm sending that to Steph to be finished into a hard pillow. So I probably won't iron it before I stick it in the giant box of stuff I have to send her. And that is in my favorite bag, I think, of all. I love this bag. Really, it's the color. Like, this is me. This is me in a bag. And then I have another finish. I have been working on this bird from, what magazine is this? The World of Cross Stitch. My friend got it from the library. So I'm working on this bird. I thought there were only 4. Turns out there's 5 birds. I'm going to do, this is my friend Susie. Birds are not my thing. But she loves birds. Birds and plants. So here is the partridge in a pear tree. This is on, I'm using the called for DMC, and the fabric is a 25 count Frost Lugana by Bestitch Me over 1. So 1 strand over 1. 1 over 1. It's so tiny. So cute. Then I went to Hobby Lobby over the weekend, looked at every frame they had, and found this one. They had 2. I got them. They're ordering me 2 more. Turns out I need 3 more, so I might have to, I'll have to reorder another one. But her birthday's in August, so I won't even probably look at this until May. I'm going to make a note in my calendar on the date I need to start it, though. And it's all kitted. So here's kind of how it looks with the wood. I bought all the DMC at Michael's. That was that treacherous Michael's experience. By the way, I have been back to that. If you watched a couple of videos, I went to Michael's. Their DMC was horribly out of order. And I called corporate to complain. And somebody was supposed to follow up with me locally, and nobody ever did. I went back to that Michael's to get a couple of the Bella canvas shirts that Steph likes, and they still haven't fixed it. So I'll never go to that Michael's again. And this is in, I don't know who this bag's by, but it's like a candy cane. So that's another finish. And then while I was at Hobby Lobby, they have these canvas panels, and they're 4x4, and that's what the frame is. So they do fit. I don't know if they'll fit with the glass. God willing, they will. I will make them fit because I cannot cut a circle, so they have to fit, or I don't know how I'll frame this. Okay, I have more finishes. I also finished Let's Root for Each Other by Rebel Stitcher. This is the piece that Steph and I started for our birthdays at the retreat in Philadelphia. And there it is. So this is on that same 32 count that I don't remember what it's called. It's just like a natural hand-dyed linen. And I used all the called for colors that she gave me as my birthday gift. Part of it. She gave me a lot for my birthday. It's so cute. I love it. I'm sending this to her also, and it is going to become a drum. There's the called for fancy floss. Really bright colors. I will say, by the last vegetable, I was ready to not stitch any more vegetables. But it's pretty cute. So there's that. Hang on one second. I have a space heater on and I'm starting to get hot. Okay, I'm back in truly chaotic Katie fashion. So that's another finish. Then Primrose Cottage in their monthly box had this adorable guy that I did yesterday using the, so this is warm winter stitches. I used the called for DMC, except for the red. I pulled the Bing Cherry from Let's Root for Each Other because I really liked that red. So there it is. This is a 40 count, so this is tiny, like itty bitty. You can see how small that is. I pulled that fabric from something I had kitted. So it came in an advent box several years ago because I haven't gotten an advent box since. And it's 40 count driftwood linen from Color and Cotton, and it's a joy to stitch on. I just stuck it in a hoop. I did need light. My house is dark. I think that you can tell after 115 videos that it's dark in my old house. And that the ceilings are low, and but it's home, but it's dark. So I did need to turn a light on over my shoulder. And then I pulled that fabric because I didn't feel like going through my fabric bin, and also because this fabric, like I said, it came with an advent box, and it came with the pattern, the fancy floss, and the fabric. And it came with the Blue Flower Winter Blooms. So this is from 2020. So I'm sure you can get it anywhere now. But it's been sitting there in this lovely, pretty southern bag that I really like, waiting for me. And I am out of, I have no more cross stitch bags that are empty. So I needed it. So I pulled the fabric, and then I was like, you know what? We're just going to stitch this. I started this morning. I got, I don't know how many stitches and not many. I should not have done that, but I did because I'm tired of the big project I'm working on. So I started this today, and like I said, it's 40 count driftwood by Color and Cotton. So far, I am using I've only used one color, and it's a Fancy Plus Color and Cotton Dublin Bay. So it came with all the fancy floss, and I just have to pull the DMC, which I don't feel like doing. So I'm gonna have to do that at some point. But anyway, this is what I have. So 7 letters. But I will still have this nice big piece of driftwood, and like I said, I really like this fabric. This I will probably just make into a pillow, or set it to stuff in the box. I don't know about this. I guess it could be like a cute little pillow, right? I don't know. It's really cute. I like it though. This took me a couple hours. It's only like 700 stitches. So I recommend Primrose Cottage, and I think this is the first Blue Flower piece I've done. That's a lie. I did a cat pillow for my friend Tara that was from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. Forgot. So that's a whip and a finish. And then I am not done yet. I went to my friend Donna's on Monday for the day. She lives up in Knoxon, which is that star in the middle of nowhere. She's the center of the star there. And we had a great day. She likes to do ceramics, so I'm in my painting time, I guess. This tiny little nativity piece that I am not a painter, but I did it anyway. It's kind of ugly. But once we were finished, Donna is actually the person that I got into knitting with. So I took my beautiful knitting bag from Steph, and I worked on, what is this called? Hermione's, hang on. It's such a bad copy. Hogwarts Express cowl. And I'm making this for Steph for her birthday, but it's not done yet because I never knit. So I did 2 more repeats of the lace pattern on the cowl. And I'm using a very Slytherin floss. I didn't put this in my mouth, Steph, sorry. There we go. You can see what it'll kind of look like. So what I'll do is, it's flat. I would prefer if it was in the round. And then I'll sew it together. And then you can either do 10 or 15 of the repeat of this repeat. I'm probably going to do 12 because she's shorter than I am. And her neck is not terribly long. So this is 6 repeats on me without blocking. So I think 10 will be too few, and I think 15 will be way too much. But I am going to try to put a push on for this. Also, this bag is reversible. It's a beaut. And it stands up on its own. I love it. And you might think that I was done with my whips, but I'm not. Then I have been working on another Primrose Cottage piece. I just have floss like everywhere. And to be honest, I don't have a picture of this one. So I'm just going to show you what I have done. I am using the called for DMC, except for the black for the cauldron is Felix. I'm almost out. Let me just... So you can see Jen already has it. I started with Jen, and then Steph's working on it also. They're both bad influences. Jen is a very bad influence because she was like, let's start something new. And that's how I started the warm winter stitches. Although I did start the small one, not the medium size that I wanted to start. Anyway, cauldron is done. Don't look at my mistake. There's a little froggy here. Of course, Jen loves it. And a little birdie here. And then like all sorts of like blooms will come out of this. I think I'm like 50 or 60% done. It's on my tablet, which is downstairs, and I'm too lazy to go get it. And then this is in my beautiful Harry Potter bag from Steph. She is stunning. And then I also have another monochromatic piece started. I told you all about this piece in my last video, and I think I mentioned that we were probably going to hear that my church was closing, and we did. I got the news. I have had a great many like Facebook posts about it. I'm sure everybody hates me. It's fine. My Facebook. We got the news on a Tuesday night that my church was closing, and I took it, what's the word? Terribly. I cried and cried and cried and cried. And I have teared up every time I've walked into that church since. The last Mass will be June 8th. Ironically enough, my brother and my grandparents' wedding anniversary. I am devastated. I knew it was coming. I knew that if they had to choose between that church and another one, that part of our property had already been sold. I knew there's a lot of politics involved. Politics in the church? No, say it ain't so. But it has been very difficult for me, and I think it will probably continue to be difficult for me. I did not handle it gracefully. Like I said, I cried a lot. But it's been my home, forever. So that was hard. But all of that to say, sorry, I started Owl Forest Black Roses, and I think I told you that I am just doing the what looks like a good old Gothic church. And then where her head is, I'm just going to extend the stairs. I am doing it. Michelle is doing hers differently, and Michelle McGraw. And I'm a little jealous that she thought of it. She picked a fabric that's kind of colored, so it looks a little bit like stained glass. Smart. But mine is mottled and looks a little bit like stained glass. But she's doing colors. I'm not good with colors, so I am just using the Owl Forest Their Black floss. So it's like a dark gray, charcoaly black. The fabric is from, I don't remember what the fabric is, to be completely honest with you. Jen showed me it, and I said, can I buy a piece of that? And she said yes. My start is pitiful because I only worked on it for a morning, like a morning before mass, so like half hour. The piece of fabric is huge. First, let's just take a second for how big this fabric is. But this is all I have done so far. And this is I think it's a 20 count Aida. I think. Jen, if you watch this, tell me what kind of fabric I'm using. And I'll write it down. I have a project card pulled. I just haven't filled it out. But I have no recollection of what fabric it is. But once I finish Prayer of St. Francis, this and the Hogwarts will be the monochromatic pieces that I focus on. So I did get a start on that because Jen's a bad influence and because I wanted to start it. But Prayer of St. Francis, I'm closing in. So here, this is the piece. It's by my Big Toe Designs. I left a lot out, like this whole middle section and these flowers here. It is for my grandmother. I want to give it to her for Christmas, and I want to have it framed. My brother is going to help me pay for the framing. And Hobby Lobby has a 2-week turnaround, so if I'm done by the 5th of December, I should be fine. And I'm close. Like, closer than you might think. Closer than I was last time. Let me move my thread so you can see it. So there it is. So I am halfway done the second to last row of letters. And then this crown up here at the top has to be repeated again. I'm dreading that. So there it is. I have no idea how big it is. At some point I should measure it so that when I go to Hobby Lobby, I know if I'm going to have to buy a frame, if I'm going to have a frame made or not. But again, like I said, I have another row and a half of words. Jiminy Christmas. I think since the last time you saw it, I put at least from this pattern down, but maybe more than that. So I have been making a lot of progress. And like the bottom letters, the bottom row, that's 2 mornings, so like an hour and a half of stitching. I'm just so bored with them. So bored. So bored. But we're getting there. I'm still only working on it when Fra's not around. So in the morning, right when I get up, and then, I'm about to have a leaning tower of project bags. So in the morning, right when I get up, and then I've been working on it up here. But like yesterday, I worked on warm winter stitches all afternoon. And last night, I went to see Sister Redempta, so I didn't stitch it all last night. So I was on the phone with Jen for like an hour before, and I did work on it quite a bit there, but I did the plain row in between. I'll get it done. And then I'm already thinking about next year, so I want to get that done. I was trying to decide because we're like a month out from when whip parades, which are my favorite time of year, are it's time for whip parades. And I was like, I don't know if I should do one. Like, I did not work on everything. At this point, I have a lot of whips. I was like, I'll get under 20 this year. I think I have like 28 or 29 now. I will say, when I finish Prayer of St. Francis, that will be, I will have one whip that's, so my oldest whip was Christmas Spirit, which I finished, hanging in the living room, looks great. And then the next one is Winter Rose, so I think that'll be a focus in January. And then Prayer of St. Francis. So I will say the last 2 years I have finished my oldest whips, and this year really I've finished my oldest and third oldest whips. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think I only have 23. Because I have finished a couple things. So that's not bad. I started the year with... Oh, I have started a lot this year. Whew. God bless me. I started the year with like under 20. Did I really? Oh my god. And here I was thinking I wanted to get under 20 this year. I bet I wanted to get under 15. Oh god, you guys. Why am I like this? I had a rough year. Mark and I broke up. I started everything when that happened. I got a new job. Now my church is closing. I got a letter in the mail from my ex last week. Not Mark, the ex before that. He's so... Won't even talk about that. But anyway, it's been a weird year. And I have a lot of whips. But they do make me happy, and I am working on things. So anyway, I got the 12th pattern for the Fabulous House series. I can't wait to really work on this, because I've only worked on the one house a little bit. And then my monthly fabric from Bestitch Me came, and it is 25 count sand dollar by Bestitch Me. Love it. That's all the haul I have. Heaven knows I don't need any haul with all these whips. But the next time you see me, Prayer of St. Francis will be done, and either I'll have gotten it framed and waited to film, or you'll have to wait. It's going to live here, so at some point you'll see it framed. So yeah, keeping busy, my friends. I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you always know how grateful I am for you being here, for your kind comments. I know that my videos can be a little depressing sometimes. I try not to be, but I am nothing if not honest. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Know that I am thankful for you. I will pray for all of you at Mass tomorrow. And have a great Thanksgiving with your friends and family. Bye.